Hey, Tom, this is Jeff again. Hey, as we're continuing our conversation on fewer tickets, close faster, a better desktop experience now, and we're continuing our conversation and moving from reactive IT to proactive IT. And we talked last time about network performance, right? But a
Yep.
lot of times what we're seeing is the performance issue really has to do with latency, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Latency, the time that it takes for the network to respond back is just huge. It can cause all sorts of issues, anything from slow response on videos to, for example, Zoom conversations not working well. And whereas the network performance dashboard gave a big overview, we have another one here called the network latency dashboard that gives a little bit finer granular. So mid managers and help desk
Mhm.
professionals will tend to use it. So let's
Well,
kind of.
we've had latency within, for a while within a device, right? Is that where
Yep.
you're going? This device? Here we go.
Yep. Yep. And we could always take a look at it as individuals or groups of machines here.
Right.
Actually, let me. We support more than Windows there, so a few different devices here. But what
Wow.
the network latency dashboard does is it gives you your problems, the ones that you need to address either as a manager to have a help desk professional work on it or the help
Hmm.
desk professional themselves. Um, and so we go out there and we check latency by device. By default, we go out to Google 8.8.8.8,
Yep.
S4.8. And then you can set up a few other locations that you constantly checking against, checking the latency. This could be mission critical sites that you need Salesforce,
Yeah.
Office
Yeah.
365. And you can see that I have these two defined. I haven't had the don't have the third one defined. Let me show you where we do that real quick. Go to configuration settings, network latency, and then you put in the device here and you go ahead and enable it and save it. And then, it clicks them every 15 minutes and we'll see that.
So this is great. So rather than like someone calling me and saying you have a problem with my device, and they determine that it's a network issue, they determine that it's a latency issue for that device. Well, those are all specific to that device. But what you're saying is what we're looking at here is an aggregation of how everybody is
Is
experiencing
performing.
latency and performing on and all the devices that I manage. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And with like the latency by device, where it shows you the five worst latency devices, you can just go ahead and click into it, and it'll bring you to that device, so you can do further investigations.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, look at this. It looks like we have some CPU queue length issues. We can take a look at device events. Missing patches, the kind of the standard stuff we've gone over before. Um, so
Right.
we so we can definitely take a look at individual devices. We can also separate these by ISP providers, because that can have a huge impact. And if you see a
Right.
trend where a particular ISP provider like this Shaw Communications
Yep.
is 200, maybe you need to talk to that ISP provider and see what's going on. And to be honest, this could be a wired communication. It could be a satellite communication, right?
Right. Right.
Um, and then we
That's
also do,
awesome.
yeah, and then we also do the longest trace route. Obviously, misconfiguration trace routes can be an issue. And we also do the top ISPs, and where this is the ones that have the worst latency. This is just the by by the amount of users that are on it, so we can track those as well. And of course, everyone loves Wi-Fi now, and so we just have this quick overview of it that shows the percentage of of
Interesting.
signal strength. Whether it's strong, good, or unstable. We don't have any
So,
unstable.
so what I'm hearing for in our quest for proactive IT, I guess once you get to be able to close tickets fast or even prevent tickets, then
Yep.
you go, we're going up like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I guess, right? then we can
Yep.
start getting into this proactive going. I have time to go out and find problems that no one's ever calling in. This is a really great dashboard for me to not only look at the aggregate from what I hear you saying, but then also being able to click and drill down into a specific device or devices that are having issues, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, users just get so beat down that
Yeah.
they just get used to it, right? It just takes a while, and that's just the most horrible thing you can ever have happen is people getting used to bad performance. And so this just gives us another tool to kind of assist those to sort those folks out and assist them and say, hey, you know, we know you're having problems. Let's go ahead and help you out.
That's great, Tom. I look forward to hearing more about some proactive IT. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeff.